bad. What's good, Kenny? How you living?
What's up, gang?
Things good.
What's going on, Wicks? Sorry about the fast trigger, I guess.
You good? Gonna be interesting how we open up here. We might have some sells here off the rip, really small stop. Damn, do I have time to do this? Oh, we're coming down first. Okay.
Yeah, I caught an earlier position on the rise
Okay.
up, but we're ready for that pullback.
Limit buy 15. Motherfucker. You want a top wick here? It's just gonna go now. What is that? 15 level? Oh yeah, look at that. That's nasty. Right there, just that little shit.
It's a 15 and a 30.
Yeah, but this is a 1 hour. Damn. 4 hour look like here. Damn, that 4 hour just made a top wick here. I hate the fact that it made a bottom wick and came up. I might see a steep bottom wick here. We might have a pineapple here on the 30 level, but I like this. I like this hour here. Unless we make a top wick, then I'll delete. Are we re-breaking the high here? I'm gonna delete this. Interesting how we started here. I didn't expect this to be all the way up here. I saw, like, when I hopped on here, I saw this candle closure. I saw that 15 close right there. Like, all right, it's gonna take some time to get up here. Get up here pretty quick. So let's mark up some levels. The weekly closed heavily bearish at a weekly target. The daily has already grabbed the bottom wick here. The daily right there, the gap, that's a support. This gap keeps opening up there. Forward, let's go to the 4 hour. Ooh, 4 hour level right below us. What's all this shit here from last week? Right below us, 400 pips down, right below us. 2 hour, it's above. 1 hour, respect. 30 level, 15 level, okay. Need some closures above there. Be careful of this. These little ranges where the wicks are. This is where the market could tap into 74 and give us a fake out right back down. Don't forget, daily also closed bearish, just like the weekly. So you'd be more lenient or you'd be expecting some sells, or at least daily re-break at lows. I think 55 flat seems like a good level, but we now, because this candle has a top wick, right? Anything, because remember, we're bearish here, and the 4 hour, previous 4 hours bearish, so we're expecting to come down, and we can, now that we've made a top wick for it, right? We can now have Right, we grabbed orders here. It's a possibility that we can come down, especially now that we've held a resistance here on the higher time frame. So for buys, we need a range 2 breakout. We need a resistance formed here or above the range, and we need a resistance formed here and a drive off support, ideally here. For sells, I'd have to be back below 43.54. I don't mind buys anywhere in this area if we can start finding support, but for sells, I'd want to be back below here to make sure we are faking out. So we need to see some sells. I need to see a heavy push down here. We are likely to buy because of the targets that we've tapped. Just for the session, not for the daily. The daily's still likely to flip 3 to 1. But for the session, we are likely to buy. Because as this is coming down, I'm expecting us to either find a support here, find a support here, and eventually, whenever it does want to do this, I'd expect us to close back up above. And that would be our positions to come up. See this wick fill here? Same way we came down on this candle, same way we should come up through there. The key is to make sure we're not just continuing the drive up without ever pulling back. No, we want to make sure we are breaking a resistance while bouncing off a support. If we're not bouncing off a support, we're likely to come back down and get to it. So we don't want to get in early. And if it pushes without you, then yeah, you can't predict 100% of the move every time. 24/7. But you'd be surprised how much you can win, just sticking to these little principles. Man, kind of excited for tonight too. I thought next game is tonight. It's tomorrow Asian session. Be interesting. Okay, here's the deal. Hourly just opened. Highly likely we re-break that high up there. But if this candle closes bearish, we're not going to re-break that high without the following candle here getting a bottom wick. So if we expect, follow the logic, we expect the drive up from here, maybe from here, right, on the hourly, because that's the hourly level, and we get this 30 bearish closure, next candle will not do this. It's gonna need a bottom wick here because it's gonna have to push off support or a support. So if we know it's gonna need that bottom wick, what can we do? We can get the top wick advantage. So if this candle does give us that close, and we understand it never got to that support area, and we open up with a top wick, right? We open with a top wick, we're gonna take a sell of this resistance, understanding that before we drive up, we gotta get back here. So we might not be correct in the direction, in terms of the overall direction, but we are playing that move correctly. Okay, and this is a lot of room here. From the top of the wick down to support, 70 pips, and if we're lucky and it continues down, 135, and then into 200s. Okay? So that's the advantage we want to play here. We would need the bearish closure here first. We close above the range here, we're going to need a bearish closure regardless. because we're gonna need to either fake out, come back down, or we're gonna need to establish a resistance, hold the support, and then break it to come up. All right, bish. Man, I would play music for today's session, but remember last time it was just a private stream. I think that was on a Friday, right? When I held the private session here on Friday for a power hour. Last week when we got 100 pips or 100 pips. Nice Friday. But yeah, I got copyright warnings. They knocked us out because we opened it up. But no, they knocked us out. We opened it up later. God damn it. Damn, do we get it on the 15? Let's see what happens. I don't think I want it on the 15. I want it on the 30. Look at this nastiness. There's a difference between how it's printed here and held. And look at this shit. This shit. It's just not coming back. Not coming back. You want to come down so you can pull back up, retest the highs, right? Before changing that structure down on the smaller time frame. Continuing with the higher time frame structure, the 4 hour now having a top wick for the previous candle. Continuing with the daily structure. Daily got no top wick. Yeah, there's a high likelihood we retrace this. No point. But the key is when. What happened to Kenny? He's still moving and grooving? Yeah, I seen the video. Over there looking like the inaugural Ultra Fest 30-year reunion. It looks like you guys were at the very first electronic dance music festival 20 years ago or 30 years ago, and that was the reunion. Where the white people at, bro? Oh, I forgot. That shit was Atlanta. They don't even make white people there. You come across the border, they fucking... They put some grills on you and you can start saying the N-word immediately. See quite a few people in the video rolling on Molly too. I was like, hey, I see you with the sunglasses biting your cheek on the inside. Good. I need a joint. Kind of surprised this bottom wick never got here to the 30. 15 minutes. I mean, it's a possibility we play the 15-minute. We're going to need a decent closure, probably below this area. I would want like an engulfing 15, maybe the size of the previous 15 right here, right? because that brings us back below there. All right, we got 45 seconds here. Really depends how we open up. We need to open up with a top wick here. This is good. Nah, that ain't good. You could cancel this. I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe the 30 gives it to us? Yeah, we're gonna wait on this 30 closure here regardless. Regardless! Unless this thing starts fucking plummeting down right now, then we'll have a buy limit of 43.55 flat. I ain't playing. Yeah, 43.55 BBL. It's BBL time at that level, baby. 4355. Baby. Eddie's pockets fat from payouts. He's on his way to a milli, bro. Wasn't playing. I've been given this gift for a reason. Keyboard's still ass. Mine too, bro. My numbers get stuck. For some reason, the numbers get stuck. I haven't really taken care of them. And the reason I'm on the 30 here is because the levels seem to align a lot better, see, than the 15. The 15 here the 1 hour here, but the 30, you see you get closures both directions there. I'm sticking to the 30 level. Seems to be more legit. Pushing up. This 10 a.m. Anyone was on here? 10:15 on Friday. I didn't take this, depending on how printer, if you gave that topic first, man. Perfect time there too. All right, remember this is the level we spoke about. Might see a reaction here, not necessarily a rejection, but might see a reaction. This would be really interesting if this 30 is able to come back down, close bearish. But it would also be really interesting if we can close either above here. Remember what we said? We need a resistance. We printed that in a way with this candle here. Not much of a resistance, but it's a 15 that held, right? It held this area. Now we're breaking up, but not off a higher time frame support, which makes me think this is really overdue for a fake out. So I'm really going to give this a chance to come down. And if it doesn't and we get some closures above here and break the highs, we'll look for buys. If we're able to come back down close below here, we'll look for sells on a fake out. This is good. The fact that we're pushing outside the range might mean volume is if we get a closure there too. Penny, mine's outside, man. I gotta join you for a sec. Can't smoke in here. My kids are in and out. But I'm gonna take a couple pulls outside. Be right back.
FYI, I'm in buys already.
Yeah, we know that. Wasn't even gonna ask. You know, it's funny because when we started, when you hopped on, I think somewhere like. Oh no, it was before we hopped on. I was like, Penny with his damn buys on the break of the highs here. Penny with buys. Hold on, let me guess the level where you took the buys. You are in buys at 43.58.
Actually, I'm in at 63, but my first trade was in down at like I said, about 50, yeah, right around 57, 58 when it came down and tapped. Once it started breaking 59, I was in.
That break at a high right there.
Yeah.
That's your position.
That was my first one. And then it came out.
I know you like to break at a highs outside the range. Like, man, all you guys have like your little nuances, how you guys trade individually, but because I talk to you guys, I know all of you trade.
Yeah, and I was able to get back in.
Funny.
Rinse and repeat it on a few pullbacks on the smaller time frames. Let's go.
Right.
It's just instant replay mode. Damn. Mine don't come that. Mine only comes in with slow motion. I'm in slow mo. Right. Shit. We pushing. 4 minutes here. Man, I was supposed to go smoke. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in 2 minutes. We're gonna.
Kenny, what's your favorite 2 time frames that you trade with?
What?
I asked what Kenny his favorite 2 time frames were that he traded with.
Probably the 15. Actually, that's probably the 15. And then I'm watching the 1 hour, getting confirmation. And once I know where I'm going and almost close to getting in, I'm dropping down to the 5 and 3 minute.
For each. So I'm a 90 minute, 15 minute, and then I go down to the 3s.
Yeah, I'm on the 3s a lot.
3s are butter, baby.
I spend more time on the 3s than anything, but that's not on base my trade off the 3, obviously. But yeah, I'm on the on that time frame more than anything.
I agree. I think you could read the volume in a different way that way.
There you go.
I don't know why my alarm went off. It's pushing. Now I gotta go too far back for this previous contract. That sucks. actually be back in range here, but we'll see. I think the one to the left should really hold this, but we'll hold it like this for now. Okay, 30 seconds here. If we close with a top wick, I'm going to activate this buy limit. And we will manage fairly quickly. Yeah, I'm managing to terminal, so. We tap. Okay, partial 78.6. I'm sorry, partials is the fill of the wick here. Right here, a bit sooner, 76.6, so about 20 pips. That's not partial, that's break even. My apologies. Break even at 76.7, but partials at. Here we go. So. Okay, this is where we move stops to break even. We don't want to come back down here. We filled this level right here where we can reject. Pretty much, we got there. Right, so it's a risk-free trade, but if we get up there, great. Because there's a chance of a fake out here. So we just want kind of a straight push up or no risk. So make sure you take risk off. Partials at 78.6. 78.7, 78.6. Why do I have them different? Just a free trade here. Let's see if we can push up or do we come back down in range. Yep, back down in range. So it might tap here again and re-break highs, but now that we have a top wick, I don't want to be a part of this, push. So get a free trade, a little BE there. We have to secure partial. What I'm not going to do is let this come all the way down here. Like if we get down there, if it pushes up, great. We'll play, get rid of this. We'll play this game a bit differently, right? We'll look for some sell limits up here. But because we have that top wick now, there's a chance if we close below here, we're going to fake out. I think that's what happens. I think we revert, guys. Doesn't matter what I think. Right into the wick. Bread. We saw a little bit. It's just in this case, we can play that. We can. I mean, if you know where to manage risk and where, like, it could be a free. It's just a free position in this case. You know it's gonna react there and give you a top wick. You just manage, very first resistance you get to, you gotta manage risk because we can do this. And this isn't necessarily bad, right? This can re-break highs come up, but because that top wick exists, you don't want that now to drive back against your back into range. Buy stops break at the highs. I would rather close back in range, honestly. If anything, I would do like a buy limit here for like 5 pip stop. It's a better option than that buy stop up there. 5 pips, you don't risk it much. Probably good. There. What's the risk there? I think that's a better high quality position than taking that buy on the break it up. It makes sense. It does make sense both ways. Like if you tell me that's what you did, I won't hold it against you. I'll be like, that makes sense. $15 not overextended. It is, but on an impulse play like the one we just had, I tell you guys, like that's the only time you can take overextended positions is when you get that closure and you're not playing really the ranges, you're playing the relationship between the two candles because they create a range, right? Wicks are ranges on a smaller time frame. And with momentum, they get filled. So as you're driving outside the range and that quick pullback to that previous zone, you're gonna get that top wick 99% of the time. One time you're wrong, one time you're fine. 99% of the time you're good. Our stop still made sense. Like we could have been active. Stop still active. Could be in DD. I'm a big fan of not going to drawdown, even though those are very teachable moments because they teach me how to avoid it in the future. But yeah, I'm a big fan of like sniping it, getting in and straight into profits. I would not mind a celery play here, right? That would be the 30 rebreak of highs. If the 15 can close weak bearish here, we can look for the celery play. Break highs here now. Man, I like it. I'm down to do it. Stop. Dean. We want to break the previous? We really do. But we created a top wick here. I think I'm going to do. What's the difference here? Hips. Still tough. Buy into the leg handle. 7 minutes here. I don't think we wait. Wait, why is this a sell? Bye. Why can't I do? Oh. Now you're making sense. Oh, back down. Right. Yeah, at this point, there should really be a reason. Or we close back in a range, and then we're going to look to retest 60 areas. Either or. stops right now are previous 30. So the rebreak of the hourly low, that would be the stop if we start rebreaking those highs. Okay, we close back in range. We go back up. Like I said, we really want to come back down to a support before we drive. We just tapped that support that we were talking about. Decisions. Okay. We broke the low there. We broke the previous 30 low. The hourly has flipped. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, you can delete. Why stop? Stop skating. Good. Yeah. I want to take a market buy right here. Keep a small stop. Keep a really small stop here. See if we can come up here. Not a big one, just to the bottom of the range here. Yeah, I don't really want to come down past these areas, but I think we can come up here. B will be 69.3. Because the 50, we've closed above here, so we either hold the 15 level or we break down here. Really expecting to hold this level here. Keep it at 49 pip stop. Yeah, if it breaks down, then it's coming into oh, whoa. I missed my stop. I misdid my stop. I'm sorry, gang. I put it at the wrong spot. We might get a worse hit here on the live, but the stop should be 45. Wow, how did I do that? I messed up my stop really bad there. Funded. Sorry, the stop that you see on the signals is what the stop is. It should be 4361.8. That's the stop. This was like 20 pips here. This was nothing, like 26. My overall stop. Wow, how did I mess that up? Yeah, the overall stop here is 50 flat. 50 pips flat. The reason I have it is because look at the 30. The 30 closed above the range, and the 15 respected this most recent. Wow, how did I mess that up there? Yeah, I'm not gonna get back in there on the funded. Kind of messed it up a bit. On the live, we're part of this bottom wick here. So we need to get to 69.3 to go break even, 69 area, right? Once we're about 20 pips in profit, that's the break even area because that's the resistance here. 69. Yeah, what I'm looking like. Fuck up. Hasn't gotten back up there. right, maybe it was better than the live here. We'll do better. Awesome. There's a possibility we have sells from the same exact place where we had buys, as long as this candle can pull up. I don't think it will. Man, give us an entry. Hourly re-breaking the low here. Come on, give us stop wick. Give us stop wick. Lock in, because if it breaks the lows, we'll have the same position here on the hourly. Yeah, it's breaking the hourly low. I think it just might push here. 35 pips. Seven minutes, a lot of time left. Yeah, the position looking like this. Worth the short risk based on that closure. Wait, what's my stop? 59. I'm gonna move it to the break of the current candle. Actually, no, if it wants to push, it push. I'm gonna keep it where it is. We'll leave it at 51 pips. We say break of the current candle low, but there's a support there. If it wants to push, it'll push for small risk. And the reason I'm holding with 6 minutes to go, I would expect the next hourly to give a top wick. So if it doesn't push now, the next hourly should give a top wick. If it pushes now, that's just a week. No top wick. We're into the last 5 of the hourly, gang. Last 5 of the 1 hour candle. Give me a top wick, I'll probably close right here just to get the hourly. Close right there. I closed at DE. This is the hourly and it's a top wick for the 5. You're gonna see this come down a little bit. Look at the 5. Just wicked right into that area. So as soon as it got up here, I closed. Closed flat, 0. Actually, I actually made 1 pip. I made 1 pip. The reason why is we're going to take the same position going in the other direction right now. It's the last 5 of the hourly, and if it closes like this, bearish, I want to take that same position down to the bottom of the range here. Fuck, if the thing closes bullish, no harm, no foul. I kind of messed up the stop here. I put it at 24 pips instead of...
Yo.
Yo.
What up?
Give me a nice bearish closure. This is what we're looking for. Let's sell this area. Stops, break at a high. Underneath it. Well, 2BEs here. What about a top wick sell? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Top wick sell if we get a decent bearish closure on the hourly. F5 was nasty. Top wick first, come down. Made a pip on that closure. No, I need 20. I can't have a doji candle either. We got 2 minutes. This hourly wants to close right. It's looking juicy. Oh shit, my sell limit's still on. Get rid of that. This isn't the closure though. We need the. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Last minute and a half. Come on, get us back down here. We don't want this now to come up. We wanted it to come up initially for the previous 30. Come fill up the range. Remember we said this little area, like just because we close above this most recent, this might hold. Give us a push down. This is an hourly closure. The hourly level might be good enough because if this closes weak and we start coming down, I might have a buy here, a buy limit here for 43.60 as the hourly will close weak bearish, maybe even bullish, right? And if we open up with a bottom wick first, expecting a top wick here on this hourly. Right, this thing might be just establishing a new support at this area and then for the push back up. But we'll see how we open. It's gonna be a really heavy market. It's gonna be heavy about, we're looking at maybe 130, 140 pip stop. But I will leave room for pineapples, for one pineapple, I'm sorry, 2 entries. Depending on what we get here. This closure matters. Oh, top wick first. Motherfucker. Hey. What's it? Market sell. Yo! Market! Bro! That was it. That was 50 pips right there. I didn't take any positions. I have a buy limit here. Yo! We frozen? Anybody else frozen here? I don't know why we're frozen. This shit's just been doing this lately. I should have just executed on my live. 43.55 buy limit. Should have the top would sell there just off my live, and that's it, man. Fucking around with this funded thing. Yeah, I always put the live first. Yo, what the fuck? How many buy limits do we have? Nah. Chill. We might not be coming down any lower than this. Oh, man. The only reason I prioritized the funded here because we took I was off on my stop there for this. I was like, all right, let me just put that back here. Fuck off. Two B's and missed entry. All right, game. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Wait, did we get activated? Why I see so many? Oh, not my whole position got activated. Get it. stops to break even here at this area, 43.58 area. We get up to 43.58. Right there, stops to break. Should not come back down. Very, very powerful. About 40 pips here. I want to see a bit higher here. Might close manually. Come on. There we go. 40. A little higher. Come on. One more pip. There we go. Partial secured. Partial secured for 50 pips. Get rid of the sell stop. It's at 20. And now we need a sell stop for 5 so we don't lose anything. 5. We're up at 60 pips here. 70 pips. Once we get a little higher, I'll secure more. Sell stop right here. Profits. Sells. Alright, 70. I'm gonna sell right there at 75, I believe we secured. So I'm gonna leave a quarter of my position right. I secured 75%. I'm gonna leave a quarter of my position running here. I might secure 15 at 100. At 69. No, it's 140. I'm gonna secure 90. A bit higher, just a little bit. Right there. I'm gonna secure 15%. So I got 10% left running here. This one we can probably go to 3 and market sell. Right, we're gonna leave 2 running here. Let's see if we can ride up here. That. Let's see if we get to 43.90. Let's get to 43.88. 43.88 sound. Actually, 43.90. Fuck that. Let's do 43.90. Sell limit, and we'll make it confirm. Fuck it. Maybe we flip bullish here and right up. I don't know. Maybe we don't. Make sure your stops it to break even, and there's no risk on the table, and that's it. Secured over 100 pips. 94. You see how we could have had the position up here, and then the position, like, remember what I talk about, like, everything is tradable. Everything, as long as you can read it, it's tradable. It's just, you got to make the right read, and you got to be prepared for it, and you got to figure out, is it the best read here or the best read coming? Solid W, 94 pips. Clean moves from Golden. You know what? That's what I was thinking on that first move. As we missed the top wick, I'm like, no, this looks too good for it just to not go. Like, there's moves up, down, every direction. Yeah, I'm not touching this no more. Like, it's either, you know, 350 pips or B on the runner. Oh, sell stop is at 5, gang. Yo. Sell stop is at 5. Let's get rid of that. Stop. Sell stop. Dude. That would have been. Did he? How am I activating in the other direction? The runner is at 50 pips right now, gang. Let's how about we let the floodgates? We open the floodgates. Let the floodgates. Finally, we can open up the floodgates. It's been a while. It's been like 2-3 weeks.
My back is broken.
You broke your back?
Yeah.
I broke my back. Spinal.
I broke my back.
Spinal, my friend.
Yeah. No, but truly I am. It's fucking up, laying down, upside down.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Can we survive? Don't take a sip. Ah. Survive, bitch. Yeah. Huh? Yo, it hit. I don't know why it hasn't closed me out, but it hit my stop on MT5. Oh, no, it hasn't. It hasn't. It's coming back. It hasn't gotten there. It was a... I'm sorry. I'm looking at the hourly candle. The hourly candle is like there. The hourly candle's like there. I'm like, wait a minute. It hit my stop. Why didn't it close me out? It didn't. I missed by a pip. It hit 55.1. Gang, if we fucking survive... Entry's at 55 flat. It tapped 55.1. No, don't come back down. If we survive this pullback and we flip bullish, come on. Come on, baby. Balls of steel. Test these testicles. Cojones grandes. Come on. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Well, 94 pips. Stops it. Yep. So B, runner, the remaining 10%. But the other 90. 94 pips, gang. W. W. All right, well, that was a good session. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I doing that? We got it. Oh, nice job, guys. Deep zoom. Oh, gotta let somebody in. Chat. What happened?
Congrats, everybody.
Why are you doing live streams on Sunday? I thought you do private. Rewind the stream about 20 minutes. All right, nice job. Buys. Win number 680. W. Very nice W. Can we please show top one some support? And they gave everybody those accounts. Can you guys go buy some fucking accounts? Use code WIX and go buy some top one accounts. Forget the fucking Top Step, Lucid, Brucid, Juicid.
I didn't get no juice in the account.
Juicid account. I make a Juicid account when I get a top one futures account.
You should make an Oive account.
No, I should make a Mazel Tov account.
Mazel tov. They'll come and take your money.
Yeah.
Holy.
L'chaim account.
Oh man. Gotta love it.
That's full part of the cells. The full part of the cells coming down. I mean, yeah, we looked at this top week entry. We tried to get it and they're fucking delayed here on TradingView. We got a bottom wick buy here. Damn, you can't even tell there was a bottom wick on this candle that ran up for 100 pips. We just took that, ladies and gentlemen, right there. There for 94. It gave how much? It gave 101. We took it for 90. Oh, I don't even think it gave 101. I think it dropped from there. I think that was the extent of what it gave. Boom. Yeah.
I have some buys at 24. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not with it. Oh, at 24. You said 34. Yeah, 34 tip of the wick here now.
No, 24.
I like this level better. 20. Why?
20?
Because
No.
it's level on every time frame. Oh wait, too far. Too far. All right, so daily level. It's a 4-hour level. It is a 2-hour level. And not really, but it's a 1-hour level. 4, 1, 30. It's a daily, it's a 4-hour, it's a 1-hour, it's a 30 level. Also 15 though. Not a 15 though. 15 closes down here, but like I like this level much better, and if I were you, I would play it for about 300 pips. 320 pip stop if you're looking for that, because that's a higher time frame level. You might see a steeper pullback. And look at this wick. Like if you were gonna just look at the wick, it's coming down to, oh sorry, 4 up. Holy jumping effing Jordan, right? Right here. That's a lot of wick to fill right there, my brother. 1700 pips. This happened in 1 4-hour candle. That's range. That's what you call range. I mean, don't let me. God, I hate saying I wouldn't do that, because then the trade works out and then you're like, fuck Wicks, man. This guy kept me out of a trade. No, like, you got to play your positions. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that. Wicks wouldn't do that, but you are not. Holding on. Yo, we played it right. We played the only possible positions available up to this point. We got 2 BEs here today too, gang. 207, remember? Add that to the record. 207. What do we have? B's. We had buys and sells? We do. Or 2 buys. Outside of that and the sell that we missed off a top wick here, there is nothing else. We took every possible attempt that we could have had there. Buys on the bottom wick there, the buys to come here, the sells we discussed here. We didn't get in there and played out too quick. We literally spoke about it before the candle closed. And the buys off this area, off the 30, the previous resistance. Those are the only things you could have played here today, up until this point. And we've played every single one of them. You market sold? No, we tried to market execute up here, and it just kind of played out too quick. I couldn't even get my units together. And I couldn't even get my market execute. It was on stop by the time I was trying to get the market. And kind of went. But we spoke about it right before it happened. And then we spoke about these buys here. Right there. And then we got those. That's the buys there. Anyway, let's look into the Zoom. Gang, Zoom, we're gonna do a giveaway today. Matter of fact, I owe you guys for last week, for 2 weeks, but you know what? We're gonna do 2 today instead of 3. But then instead of doing 1 next week, we'll do 2 again. So we'll do 2 and 2. If you want to be part of these W's that we just caught, get the bundle. Part of the private community, and if you want to be part of these giveaways that we're about to do in the Zoom, private community, get the bundle. All right, we're gonna raffle off 2 50K accounts. Hey. Okay. So for that, I will need everyone in the Zoom. Please don't put anything into the chat except your name. But everybody, put down your name. That's how we're gonna do a little giveaway, a little raffle. Put down just your name in the chat. Everyone on YouTube, if you're part of the private community, if you got the bundle, hop onto the Zoom side and put your name into the chat, Zoom chat. I'm gonna give you guys till 9:30, till this 30-minute closes. As soon as it closes, I will run the giveaway. No ifs, ands, or buts, unless you have some buts. And you cannot lie.
6 months in the bundle. 6 months. in the
Yo,
bundle,
W,
bro.
bro, I saw that. 6 months.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw that you posted it. I don't get a message, but when you said it,
Oh, no,
I
I
saw it,
know.
was like, that's a W, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Very nice.
There's some people have been in there for years, I think. They've seen that the bundle grow, fucking get smaller, grow again, change its name, rebrand. They still in there. They learning with me. All right. There we go. People are putting down their names. Put down their names. You guys have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Come on, gang. Put down your name in the Zoom chat. Oh, hold on. Let me let some people in too. There we go. There's people at the door. In the chats. Show names in the Zoom chat. Lifetime member, that's W. Bundle. Bundle. Bundle to the bone. Okay. All right, come into the Zoom, drop your name. Sam's like, fuck, I can't ban nobody in the Zoom chat. My powers are useless here. Fuck.
Sam's been putting people in the shadow room.
Itokawa, don't take things personally. Sometimes people get banned. Sometimes you get some stray bullets. Hope he wins. Yo, that'd be dope. You don't have another reason to ban him. Fuck this guy, man. Ban. Took my account. I hope he wins. Yo. Now I don't because they're gonna think it's rigged. Hasn't, right? We made a low to start off the session and it has not rebroken it. Not yet. But you close like this, probably open up with a bottom wick and a drive back up, right? Next 4 hours gonna need a top wick. All right, what we have. Yeah. Has everyone in the Zoom put their names into the Zoom chat? And has everyone from YouTube hopped over into the Zoom to do so? If you have not done so yet, do it now. You got 2 minutes.
Finally got my project card running.
Project car? What car?
Yeah.
What are you building?
I have an E92.
Nice.
You know, the
nice.
E93, the Beamers. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been standing around. It's it's been beat up a little bit, so we fixed
How many
it
pounds
up.
of rice you pushing?
Fucking hell, bro. It's not much. No, it's not much. That one's only got it's only 300.
All right.
Yeah, because that's the flat 6 3.0. And
That's a
it's,
nice car, bro. I used to love those cars back in the day. We grew up with those.
Yeah. Yeah, I never sold it. I never sold it. It's fun though, man. I got it running and we fixed up some things on it and that's fun car.
All right, minute 20 here. Hold on a second.
I just posted a picture of it.
Oh, it look good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 2011. Like I said, it's been standing around. Somebody hit it in the back. We pulled out the back, get it straightened out because I couldn't get to the battery either because the battery's in the trunk.
Oof. Oof. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you still got that buy limit, 25?
No, I moved it down.
20? 20?
20. Yeah, I moved it down to 20.
I hope you get it, bro. But, man, I don't... It's a strong level. Remember, it's a higher time frame level.
Yeah. Damn,
So-
24 would have been activated.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
It would be.
oh, so it goes to 20.
I like that you opened with no top wick, but I also don't like the fact that that's the rebreak of the 4-hour low here. And that
Right.
fucker's got room. But
20.
you keep... You
Push down.
It's got room to push, yeah, but you got to keep...
Yeah. Well, I moved
You
it
got
to
to
20.
keep
so
logical stops here, not the entire
Yeah.
4-hour wick over there. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
but
probably
you
go
see-
smaller risk. Oh.
But see, this is exactly the only reaction I look for. You see, 24 went up 60 pips. I would have been out.
Yeah, you would have been out. You see, that's why I say don't
Yeah.
change it because of me, because I'd be at 20.
Okay,
Can't blame me. I
right on
told
the
you.
money, bro. Right on the money, man. And I.
23.5. Yeah, but it's
Yep.
23.5.
Yep.
not
Look at that, sniper. Gosh.
I'll tell you
No, it's
when
not.
I look. So remember I said something last week about, but I learned something in this position. I forgot. I said something in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and I wanted to bring it up on stream, but I never got a chance to. And I don't think,
Now my question is: should I still keep it at that 20, or should I just delete it?
depending
now
on how
since
this
we're-
closes, I wouldn't keep it if this rebreaks its own low right now. I'd wait for this to close.
Yeah, because that reaction already happened.
Because
I
look,
wanted-
no, the thing is, you might, if you come back up and close back above here, you're holding this level. It's a hold of the hourly. If you come down with a bottom wick, I'd put it back there, and I'd also probably have a pineapple here.
No.
Really depends on how this closes. With this, look, you got the bounce, right? The bounce came. A re-break of that could really push.
Right. That's the only thing that I only like the first reaction. Damn, that was a good one. Huh? It's 150.
Here's, I think, I don't know if I could show it anywhere on the charts here. I'm gonna, you know what? Let's discuss it. If somebody can remind me, I'll discuss it on a public stream, like when we do a Monday through a Friday stream, because we'll have a lot more people, and it's a good discussion for people to understand. Yeah, I'm honestly, I just don't take it at 43.25 there.
Yeah, now we gotta wait for another position.
There's no reason to. But that candle, the gap opening, like there's no support. There's no reason to take it anywhere. Like maybe what, a 5 level? Every higher time frame candle closed at 43.20. And you can't go back there on the 5. You need to go back to.
No, but the thing is, what I've also noticed too is it always that the 20 is, I agree. It's just a lot of the times you probably know this. It bounces before.
That's fine. When it bounces before, that's not when you get the runner. Typically, it'll bounce beforehand and still come back to that level, and that'll be the position.
That'll be the one. Yeah, take everybody out, right?
Yeah, it'll do this. And then as it'll come back, it'll still do the same thing, but it just wasn't ready. So this shouldn't be the drive up, typically, right? If it doesn't get to that higher time frame level, you're like, all right, we got there, we got the reaction. Great, we could have secured pips there or got a win. But typically, because it didn't get to that level, it's not the move up. It'll typically come back, get there, grab these orders, and then it'll start that move up. So this is, I believe this is just a reaction, not a rejection to go back up.
Mm-hmm.
But this also makes it very difficult for you because it happened right before you level, right before 20. So I think if it re-breaks lows here, I probably wouldn't look for it, but I would look for it to come down here and fake out above this area and then take it on the following.
And then look for longs, right?
Look for longs. Also, same wick entry, just the following candle, a candle later, right? And of course, there's a chance you miss it, but you want to put yourself in a position where you really take that loss out of here. So if it re-breaks the low, look at the 4, it doesn't have much of a top wick here on the next one, right? Or if it opens up with a bottom wick, right? Let's say we break the low now, but it opens up with a bottom wick on the 4 hour, on a smaller time frame. You start seeing that fake out back here, yeah, we're probably coming back up for that 4 hour top wick. And if that's the case, this bottom wick entry is your entry, same level, 43.20. Just a candle later. Here.
Mm-hmm.
Would I expect that to be the run up? No, I would expect the market to still come down to retest the lows. And that might be the beginning of the run up. I would expect, because gold's very technical in this way, right? So it takes time to turn around in general, the market, right? If everything's moving down, the higher time frames, we're all bearish. It's not going to just start moving the other way. You're going to need, and we know it creates a low, finds a resistance, a retest low. So I would expect a retest of the low. This would be a good buy limit here for the entire move up. Or after the retest of the lows, not the initial position. Or to these areas, or to these areas for a pullback, right? Or a 4 hour pullback to these areas. This would be a good position right there, that bottom wick. There's a chance it gets in there. There's a good probability to play, there's a nice way to play that candle once it fakes back out, right? You get that top wick entry here, understanding these are your minimum targets, and you make a decision here. You can either hold further down. But you should get a reaction here. This is a good buy limit. This is a good sell limit off that top wick. This is a good buy limit. Like there's, once that range sets up, there's just multiples of ways to play this. This is a good buy limit right here to play just to this top wick. So there's many different ways to play this. Yeah, the future, I'm just not gonna say nothing. This is not the first time this happens like this all the time. Every time I say something, damn Wix, it would have worked. Yeah, I know.
No, it's fine. Not a problem.
All right, that's it. Everybody from the YouTube's hopped over to the Zoom side and put in your names, and everyone in the Zoom, if you're in the Zoom, put your name into the chat right now because I'm about to run this in. Anyone at the Zoom door? No new people, and whoever put in their names, you put in your names. That's it. That's it. Let's get out here. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Go. Everybody sees their names. $27 people in here. How is it? Adam Rav. Okay. Less chance. Santos, you're not in there. Nate 9 lives. Hector heavy back. Rita the Falcon. The Moonshot. The Hammer. Polish Prince. Okay. Southside Santos. All right. 22 people. Let's go. Run it. 1. What do you mean add you? Hop onto the Zoom. I can't add you from here. I know Santos is in there. I don't know if you're in there. I don't remember everybody. You probably are. I go into the Zoom. Everybody's like, add me, add me, add me. Okay, run it once. Let's go. This is for a 50K top 1 futures account. Let's fucking go. Hey! They hate you, bro. All right, one more. W Santos. Hey. I got rizzed.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
All right.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
All right, let's run one more. We got Santos as a 50K winner. When is the last time you ever won an account? When's the first time you won an account? Have you won an account before? I don't think you've done so before. Can you? What did you say? First time. Hey, mods, can you write them down right now before before the second one? Hold on.
Mute.
Yeah, Santo's been here 3 years. This is your first account. Kenny been here for like a year. He's won like 10. Kenny won mad accounts. Eddie won a bunch of accounts. Yeah, Santos, 3 years, never won nothing. You suck, bro. Well, congrats. You won today. All right, run it. Run one more. Let's get one more winner. Yeah, I mean,
Congrats.
break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
There you go.
Do your best Conor McGregor impression. Great fucking job today. Kenny won accounts. Kenny's won many. Kenny won like $500,000 worth of accounts. No, like 300 grand. Kenny will win today. Let's run one more.
Probably will.
New winner. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. The winner is... Fucking thinks that's Kenny. I'm gonna be... Nisha! Nisha with her second win, right? Wow, that's fairly recent. When was the last time you won? Like a month ago. Is there second or third already? I don't know. Yay, again.
Nice.
ChatGPT doesn't like Europeans.
We're gonna run. The good thing about this... Oh, no. They can win next week. You guys can all win next week. We're gonna run next Sunday. I'm gonna give away 2 more. Show you, but hey, every weekend you have a chance to win in our private session as long as you got the bundle and you're part of the private community. Every weekend, look, you had like a 1 in 20 chance here. 20 people in there. 20 people in the Zoom right now today. It's usually more on a weekday, but like, you got 20 people here. 27, right? How many people in there? 27. So. pretty good frigging chances to win. Hey, if you guys, can you mods, Nate, somebody write that down so I can get them their accounts, Santos and Nisha. Hey, guys, if you can you DM me your full name and email here in the private chat in the Zoom? And if you can't do it in the Zoom, can you do it in the Discord? Do it in the Discord because I know you guys. You don't have to do it in the YouTube in the Instagram. Do it in our Discord, just private message. With your give me your full name. You got them all? Dope. There's only 2. I mean, like don't stress, really. You miss one, it's okay. I won't hold it against you. Great job, everybody. That off the screen. Holy jumping fucking Jordan, bro. Bro, don't fucking send snipers to my house, bro, please.
Yeah, man. 250.
He's
bro.
over here just hating the shit out of me. I was about to be like, yo, just take a sell right here. 43.53, but it's already too late. All right, here's what we're gonna do. This is the 4-hour closing right now. So you could have had that position, man, but I don't even want to do that because it's fucking terrible. Like it's on my side. That's a terrible feeling. That's wow. My bad.
Right? It's fucking sniper entry.
Because
Bro.
I know people hang on every word I say. So when I just say it, like you're like, fuck, there's gotta be, but it's like logically, if you think about the logic I just walked you through, that's really the reason why it makes sense.
No, it's not a big deal. Who
But
cares?
but look, if you're gonna get this fake out right now and you open up with a bottom wick, hey, 43.40 bottom wick entries on the 4-hour. Just
Right? Yeah.
the fake out on the 30. The hourly is gonna hold the hourly level. Right? If you open up with a bottom wick, the 4-hour needs a top wick. Yeah, you're
10
looking
more
at
minutes.
you're looking at a pretty decent sell here off the 15, but you got to close. Wait, hold on a sec. All right, let's think about it logically. The hour support here. Sent you my email and full name on Discord. Dope. Got it. Yep, I got it, Santos. Took a sell at 53. Yeah, nice job. I'm mid thought. I'm just like, but you guys are starting to see the ranges that I'm seeing or that I've been seeing for a little while now. And you guys are starting to play off those ranges too, right? Where the candles and the levels and the closures and the relationship between, they all come together. And it's a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty. Driz has been all over this. He's been drizzling all over this. Hey, yo. Oh, man. Driz are killing it. I love it. What is LMNFA or what? Laughing my fucking mask off? What is that? Bro, this isn't COVID anymore. Oh, fuck. I said it. I said the C word. Not the C word.
You're going into the shadow room.
God forbid. Man, oh man, oh man. Honestly, I don't want to trade this 4 hour. I just do not want to fucking trade this chop because I know how this can work here. Top wick, we push up here. 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour. So here's how this works. Gang, you're gonna fucking see this play out. And you'll be like, damn, how the fuck did Wix know all this? Okay. This is a level right here. This candle with no top wick. Let's get rid of it. See how we got rid of everything? Let's go. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Wix 9.2 is asking me when can I go put her to bed. So let's go over this and I'm going to call it a session. And if there's more trades, we'll take it into the signal channel, into the bundle. And if you want to be a part of that, join the private community and get the bundle. Hold on. He's off. Boom, 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 boom. I would actually mark this off right there. Yeah, so that exactly, boom, 4 hour. So that's a level. You see how the reason we drove straight down from here was because that's a level. That's where a top wick would have been. So if you think about it, if wicks are ranges, right? Then the extent of this wick is the bottom of the range. This is the top of the range. And guess what? This candle didn't need a top wick. It was at the top of the range to come straight down. So what happens now? That's a level. And this wick here is basically a fake out, right? We understand, right? If this is a level and we came up and we came back down, we faked out on a smaller time frame. So let's look at the 15, right? Oh, I'm sorry, at the 30. We clearly faked out over there, right? We closed above, came back, closed below. So that's the level. And if that's... Go ahead. Go ahead. What are you doing? Why are you holding those? That's for mom. Give it, yeah, give it. Oh, yeah, give it to mom. I'll hold those. Yeah. Go, put them on the bar. So here's the deal. If you can get that top wick sell there, and you can not break the 4 hour high, which we won't. Look, this 4 hour came out, broke that high. Highly likely that if this candle is able to close bearish, this 4 hour, the next candle will top out at this area, and eventually the 4 hour will look like this. Love you. Have a good night. Give me a hug. Hug, hug. Mwah. Go. Love you. Sweet dreams. Love you. So if that's the case, right? If this still falls in line with structure, lower highs, lower lows, right? So it doesn't mean that we're never going to break this high. It just means the next 4 hour should hold this area and should have at least a wick fill to here, to that wick. Right now, that would be your range. This is the range you want to play right here. This is where do you want to be, my friend? Very much. Right, this is what you want to play. You want to play off the top here to get down to here. Fill this wick again and see what happens. Now, this candle could open up with a bottom wick. Guess what? Not a big fucking deal because it's the 4 hour, right? So you might get a big wick coming down, but your job is to understand that, yeah, we got a big wick on the 4 hour already. I'm sorry, we got a bottom wick on the 4 hour already, right? To do this, but as it starts coming up here, the smaller time frames will close. And as the 4 hours doing this, right, you might get a 15 or a 30 that just, you know, exactly, that does this. Boom, your Q. That's the level we want to go off. The 4 hour level mixed with the smaller time frame candles, giving us an advantage here and letting us read it perfectly, right? No wick, no range. It might close up here. No wick, no range. You just take a sell a bit higher. But no wick, no range. Boom. Leg candle means we come back down. Boom. You understand that? The 4 hour says this is a strong 4 hour resistance for you to play off of. And the previous 4 hours bearish. Boom. Sells, no problem. Keep your stops here. And if they hit, you were right anyway. You were ahead in that position. You have to take it. You lose it. Oh, well, that's a position you got to take. You got to get yourself into the habit of taking it because you have to take it every time. It's got to be a habit, not like, oh, I feel it like it here. I don't feel like it. No, you got to take it because 9 times out of 10, you will win. And if that's that 10th time, that one time you lose, you got to take it the next time. Lesson is don't switch up if it's that same position, that same strategy. If you start chasing shadows and switching up your positions, doing different things, obviously your data would be skewed, or your positions are not going to reflect the data because you're not taking the positions that you tested the data on, or you got the data on. So yeah, capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, before we dip, also, can you guys please, well, congrats. First of all, congratulations on the 94 pips caught here tonight. Second of all, congrats to Santos and Nisha on winning 2 50K accounts. Third of all, congrats to the public for getting access to the private community tonight and being able to get these lessons. Even if you weren't there for the dubs, hey, get the bundle if you want to be there for the dubs. But even if you weren't there for the dubs, but you're here for this, congrats. You got in here today and learned some lessons here on structure and price action and levels. You want me to open it? One for me? What? One for you, one for mom? I'm done. Yeah, 2 minutes. Go, bring this mom and then come back to me. Ooh, gang. Ooh, top wick. I don't think we get there right now because you've reached this 4 hour, but maybe. Maybe. 4 hour close bearish. To the 4 hour close bearish, yeah. What's the stops? Yeah, if this lives bearish, I wouldn't do it on this candle. I would wait for more candles to print. We got to come up here 140 pips. We can. Or would this be better off? Yeah. So there's that bearish flip. So I wouldn't do it here, right? Let's say this makes a bottom wick, rebreaks highs. I would not do it on the candle. If this candle just starts pushing up, I wouldn't do it. I would wait for this candle now to close and the next candle to play in our favor. So if this decides to head up, I would not keep a sell limit here until this candle closes and we get some closures in our favor. Like I said, delay candle or closure with no top wick, right? Something that gives us an idea of what the following candle should be. And then we can play the 4 hour level knowing what the 4 hours should look like or what it should do. 4 hour bearish, highly likely we still re-break the highs here and start coming up for that top wick. Anyway, gang, thank you guys for showing up tonight. And I'm going to take this into the signal channel. So if that happens here tonight, at some point throughout the night, stay locked in, possible positions there. If we break down, maybe more positions later on down here. But Not likely until we start making our way up. This chop sucks right now. Okay? You do brand deals? Yeah, just don't ask me to fucking become a brand ambassador and buy your shit. No, if it's good stuff, first of all, I want it for free. Second of all, I'm going to test it. Third of all, I'll decide if it's good, not you. So if you want an honest review, and it might be a bad one if the product is shit. But it's got to fall in line with what I do, right? Like, for example, the indicator algo, your name. I don't trade with indicators. I promote the fact that you don't need indicators and to avoid them because indicators are lagging, right? They're a lagging instrument. They tell you what's already happened when I can just read price action. If you know price action, you don't need the indicator to tell you what happened. You just know what happened. I can tell you what EMA crossovers are, right? I can probably point out the VWAP if I knew the definition, just based on what I do, right? Correct, but mine is not lagging. That's the goal. All right, just send me an email or DM me or something, and somebody from my team will respond to you, and they'll just ask you all the proper questions. They know what to look for. And yeah, we'll go from there. I do brand deals. Just no brands that have reached out to me have really been worth it. I've had the ones where hey, do you want to come become a brand ambassador? It's like, what do we got to do? Well, you have to buy this package. I'm like, wait, bitch, you want me to be a customer or a brand ambassador? Go fucking buy your own shit. They're offering me a chance to buy their shit. Fuck out of here. No. What are you saying? Kind of Indian scam are you running here? All right. In a few years, my clothing graffiti projects are finished. I will send you a t-shirt, bro. I don't want a t-shirt. Let's collab. Let's collab. Gotta blow it up. Hey.
You know the
Look at them
the
dancing in the
Tradify
chat.
guys, Tradify. Tradify.
Yeah. What about them?
Yeah, they got hacked.
Oof. I didn't hear about that, but good luck to them.
Yeah, they got hacked, and I've been getting emails from the scammers.
Hey, where's my brand deal, Tradify?
Right. What are you doing?
I can go become an affiliate. I just tired. I want to deal with all these.
No.
Let the
What
team
if we
figure
get
it
down
out
to
as
the
they
20?
come in. Right. If I had like a more aggressive team or like aggressive, like somebody I work with closely in a personal, like a personal manager, like they could just be like, all right, we're gonna call them, and we're gonna fucking, we're gonna have a deal. We're gonna bargain back and forth. Nice, probably. Too many money with affiliates? Yeah, no, it's good money. It's very, very time consuming. And the thing is, people that I've put in charge of responding, they just don't respond like me. They don't know what I'm looking for. So I'm basically responding on my own. Send me the details. The indicator can help any trader understand momentum. I'm not sure what that means. Hey, I appreciate the 50. You don't got to do that, bro. Just send me an email and like we'll go through there. We'll go through those channels. I'm joking, bro. Don't talk. I know you don't. Too many money with affiliate. It's good money if you set them up right. If you set the deals right, because it's good. It should be good money, not just for me. It should be good money for you. AKA the first thing I always ask, right? This is when my team got our own mission. They're like, oh, what kind of deal can you offer? And it's like, no. My first question always for every brand deal is like, what can you do for my audience? What's the benefit of me bringing this to my audience? Not benefit for me, the benefit for the audience. Because if it only benefits me and not them, it's pointless. Like you guys, it's like we're all a part of it, but only I'm making money. No, like, you know what I mean? Like it's got to be a benefit for you. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Like, how can I push it if there's no benefit for you? Got to be something, right? Don't buy this product. It's not any better. You know what I mean? So it's got to be a benefit for you guys. Number two, there's got to be a mutual benefit between me and the company. So if it's got to be a benefit for you, but it's also got to make sense for us. So it's got to make sense for all of us. And it's very top one was able to figure that part out. The others that have, I can go, if I don't even want to go into it, but they have not been able to figure those things out. And it is, bro. People making more off affiliates than trading. Of course, bro. Marketers get paid, bro. Marketers have always and will always get paid. Good marketers will always get paid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it here on this note. Take it into the signal channel. Hey, if you guys are part of the bundle, possible position later on tonight. Congrats to everybody on the W's, and we'll look to continue the momentum tomorrow. Mañana, right? We will be doing New York session tomorrow, bright and early, gang. Make sure you are there bright and early. I'm thinking
we need-
around an 8 a.m. start tomorrow. Okay.
We need momentum to retest the 20s again.
Bro, honestly, here's the deal. Like, ever since I really put a lot of effort into like getting you guys position, I never used to take so many positions like in the bundle. Like, you would never see me trade at like midnight or 1:30, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Not because like those are bad times. I don't trade them. Just I wouldn't trade. I would rest. But over the last few months in quarter two, I said like this is like you can make an annual salary. You can make multiple 6 digits, right? Not the best annual salary, but you can, like I'm telling you, you can make multiple 6 figures just in quarter two. It's the time to supercharge your accounts. It's the peak volume for the year. So every year in Q2, I like to juice it a little bit, right? So I tend to stay extra. I'm there for New York, right? Late New York, where the move happens, NYC Open, when the big moves happen. I'm there for Power Hour, 4-hour close at 2 p.m. I've been there for 6 p.m. for the Open, 8 p.m. for the streams, through 11, and I've been there at midnight, 1:30, 2 a.m. in the signal channel just to really squeeze everything we can out of quarter two, and and the thing is, got me really worn out, and I've needed rest, and there's been quite a few New York sessions missed. Not just because I have kids and just because I'm up all the time and late until like 3, 4 a.m. All 3 sessions, 2 of them are being streamed, sometimes a stream midday. So it takes its toll. It's very tiring. It's very tiring, and I lose my voice. It's very tiring talking for 5 hours a day, multiple, right? And it's not like, this isn't like we keep a discussion going all the time, but a lot of times it's just hours and hours of talking. But what I really want to do as quarter two winds down, and I want to start getting some rest after the Asian session. So you'll probably see a little less positions for London or pre-London. But I'm looking to get that on the other end for New York. Okay.
Some power hour streams, eh?
Power hour stream. No, I like power hour streams in terms like day, like in the middle of the day. Yeah, 2, 3 p.m. If I'm there at 1:30, 2 p.m. for a 4-hour close, or if we start getting the volume coming in for power hour at 3 p.m., I'm down as long as I'm there. If I'm in front of my terminal and it's fucking volume time, fucking be there and take a trade. Can you tell us if gold's going to go up or down? Go back about 10, 15 minutes and rewatch the analysis as we were about to end. Hey, gang, I need a favor from you guys. Before we dip, you guys already know the deal. Hold on. Before we dip. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Hello. Okay, go back to about exactly 20 minutes ago, and or something like that. Yeah, and you'll see us doing the analysis for what we want to see to close out. But if you go back an hour ago, you'll get to see our trade. Sorry, yeah, about an hour ago on the dot. Hour and 2 minutes. It was a fast trade too. Look at that. Remember how we spoke about getting that trade, we're not really too happy about drawdown. We really like to kind of get in and snipe it. We don't really, on our break-even trade, remember how we said we don't really want to let this come back against us? Well, we didn't really have to. Yeah, this just kind of sniped here. Wait, hold on. Let me set this up. Hey, gang, I really need your help here to grow this community. So if you guys can help me and spam some dubs in the chat for the wins that we got tonight, for the 94 pips given out here tonight, for the 250K accounts given out here tonight, I would really appreciate it. Can you guys spam the shit out of the W button? Spam the dubs. Spam the dubs. W. Spam them. Come on, gang. Press the W button faster. Hey. Come on. W. Come on, mods. You guys can fucking spam. That doesn't have to be just the mods. All right, that's it. We got it. I just needed a minute worth. A minute worth. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure this shit got in there. Last time we did it, and I ended the stream, and I was like, fuck. I did not get. You got timed out. I know you get timed out if you start spamming as not a mod. I know. I'm sorry. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys doing that. Yeah. W. Nice. Got some footage here. Gang, I'm going to call it a session. I'm going to go put my daughter to sleep. And if there's more positions, I'll take them in the signal channel. So if you're part of the private community, I'll see you in there. If not, get the bundle. If you wanted to be part of tonight's private session before we went public, and we do this every Sunday, it's a private session at 8 p.m. And then when we get a W, we go public. Right? So if you want to be part of the private session and not have to wait till we open it up for everybody else, get the bundle. Want to be part of these private giveaways that only the bundle members got access to tonight? The 100K given away. 2 winners. Get the bundle. All right. Outside of that, chat, I'm going to run. Zoom gang, I'll see you guys in the clubhouse. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for New York session. Where you from? Right near the beach, boy. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Congrats to Santos and Nisha on winning dubs. Congrats to everybody else on 94 pips. And chat, love and wisdom to you all. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Have a good night, everybody.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
See you guys tomorrow morning, and possible positions here in the signal channel a little bit. Stay locked in. Later.